Stefon Diggs, 32 years old. Veteran wide receiver. 11 seasons deep in the league. By March 2025, he signs a massive 3-year deal with the New England Patriots, reportedly valued between $63.50 and $69 million. That's not a backup contract. That's franchise player money. In the 2025 season alone, he racks up over 80 receptions, nearly 8,000 career yards, and punches in 4 touchdowns. Numbers that prove longevity, discipline, legacy, and then comes Super Bowl 60. His first appearance in over a decade of professional football. 11 years of waiting. 11 years of near misses. That kind of pressure doesn't just sit on your shoulders, it burrows into your chest. Before any relationship drama, before any Instagram chaos, this game already carried the emotional weight of a lifetime. Now shift the spotlight. Cardi B, 33. Grammy winner. Cultural disruptor. The voice behind Bodak Yellow. And in 2025, releasing a new album titled Am I the Drama? A title that now feels less like marketing and more like foreshadowing. She shares 3 children, Culture, Wave, and Blossom, with ex-husband Offset, officially filing for divorce in July 2024. The separation was loud, emotional, public. Then October 2024 rolls around. Dating rumors about Cardi B and Stefon Diggs begin surfacing. Both deny it. Classic celebrity deflection. Nothing to see here. Move along until Valentine's Day 2025. TMZ catches them together at a Miami hotel. No grainy speculation, clear visuals. The first undeniable confirmation. They still try to keep it low profile. Quiet dinners, private entrances, carefully curated silence. Then April detonates subtlety completely. At Coachella, in front of cameras and a roaring crowd, Cardi B gives Stefon Diggs a lap dance. Public, unapologetic, impossible to spin. She confirms she's seeing someone without saying his name, and the internet connects the dots instantly. Then Offset responds publicly, I'm happy for her. Was he? Or was that controlled damage management? Either way, it was clocked. But here's where the narrative takes a sharp turn. Right around that same time, another headline surfaces, one that complicates everything. In April 2025, Stefon Diggs' daughter is born with Madeleine Leah. The pregnancy predates his public relationship with Cardi B. But the timing? Brutal. And paternity isn't officially confirmed until November 2025. Pause on that. Because what that means is this. While Cardi B is stepping into a high-profile relationship, there is already another woman. Another newborn. Another storyline unfolding in parallel. And it's not hypothetical, it's biological. So now ask yourself, was this a romance, or was this a ticking clock? Because when you zoom out, it stops looking like a fairy tale and starts looking like a collision course. And we're only at the beginning. A child, another woman, and a timeline that, at the very least, feels suffocatingly awkward, if not explosive. Whether Cardi B knew from day one or whether the truth surfaced later like a delayed detonation is something no one has definitively confirmed. But that uncertainty? It runs through this entire saga like a fault line waiting to split the ground open. May 5th, 2025, the Met Gala. Fashion's most elite night. Cameras flashing, whispers echoing. And there they are, Stefon Diggs and Cardi B, spotted leaving hand in hand. Not posing, not announcing, just walking. Technically still unconfirmed. But body language doesn't lie. Fingers intertwined. Shoulders leaning closer than necessary. The kind of closeness that screams what mouths won't admit. A week later, May 12th, Knicks versus Celtics. This is where subtlety dies. They arrive together. The Jumbotron finds them. The crowd reacts. They don't pull apart. They don't dodge the camera. They walk in holding hands. They walk out holding hands. That moment? That's the first undeniable, fully public claim. The internet erupts. Screenshots fly. Relationship confirmed. By June, their Instagram official. Yacht photos. Ocean backdrop. Champagne energy. The caption reads, Chapter 5. Hello. Chapter 5. People immediately ask, how many chapters were written before this one? By August, the romance looks expensive. Cardi B flashes a $73,000 Patek Philippe Nautilus watch gifted by Stefon Diggs, calling him my boo-boo, with the kind of playful affection fans eat up. It looks effortless, luxurious, untouchable. From the outside, it feels like a highlight reel love story, but sometimes the most polished pictures hide the deepest cracks. September 17th, 2025. Cardi B appears on CBS Mornings with Gayle King and announces she's pregnant. She says she feels strong, empowered, supported. Pause there. First confirmed sighting? February 2025. Pregnancy announcement? September 2025. Baby arrives? November 3rd or 4th. Publicly announced November 13th. A baby boy wrapped in a Patriots-themed blanket. The timeline is fast. Very fast. At the CFD Awards, Stefon Diggs beams about fatherhood. He looks proud, present, invested. December 2025, they attend a Patriots vs. Jets game in coordinated outfits. Smiling, matching, picture perfect. But then the whispers start. Reports suggest they spent Christmas apart. Nothing confirmed, just distance. And when distance creeps in during the holidays, it usually means something shifted behind the scenes. January 2026, the Patriots win the AFC Championship. Confetti. Celebration. Cardi B is on the field cheering him on. This should have been the crescendo of their story. The redemption arc. The power couple moment. Instead, Super Bowl week cracks everything open. February 2 ND. A reporter asks Stefon Diggs the question everyone's thinking. Are you going to propose to Cardi B? His response, it's on the agenda. Maybe. I got to get mine first. Maybe. You have a 4-month-old baby together. You're days away from the biggest game of your life. And your answer is maybe. The internet didn't miss that hesitation. It dissected it, slowed it down, played it back. Then February 7th, the Fanatics party. A reporter asks Cardi B for an inspiring message for Stefon Diggs ahead of the Super Bowl. Her response, good luck. 2 words. No smile. No warmth. Witnesses describe her as distant, controlled, almost detached. Something had changed. And it wasn't subtle. February 8th, 2026. Levi's Stadium. Super Bowl 60. The Seattle Seahawks defeat the New England Patriots 29-13. On the biggest stage of his career, Stefon Diggs finishes with 3 catches for 37 yards. Not disastrous. Not legendary. Just quiet. Meanwhile, Cardi B performs during Bad Bunny's halftime show, commanding, electric, flawless. And then, she leaves early. No sideline embrace. No consoling hug. No waiting in the tunnel. Instead, she posts a video of herself singing alone in the car. Windows up. Stadium lights fading behind her. No celebration. No acknowledgement. Just gone. There are also unverified reports that one of Stefon Diggs' exes attended the game with their child. To be clear, that has never been officially confirmed. But if it were true, it would explain the tension, the coldness, the sudden emotional shutdown. Then comes February 9th, 2026. 24 hours after the Super Bowl, they unfollow each other on Instagram. Mutual, calculated. Entertainment Tonight confirms the breakup through an unnamed source, adding, almost as an afterthought, that reconciliation remains possible. And just when the story couldn't feel more humiliating, 50 Cent enters the conversation. He posts, mocking Stefon Diggs, pointing out that the man lost the Super Bowl and his relationship in the span of a single day. It's brutal. It's viral. It's merciless. And in the span of 24 hours, what once looked like destiny transforms into a cautionary tale. February 11th. 3 days after the Super Bowl collapse, Stefon Diggs posts a 20-slide Instagram carousel. Not random photos, curated, controlled, intentional. The caption talks about gratitude, discipline, perspective. He writes, luck didn't bring me this far. God did. Then adds another line that feels less like motivation and more like a message. The best way to appreciate something is to be without it. Without it? Without what? There are no photos of Cardi B. Not one. Comments are turned off. No dialogue. No debate. Just silence, the kind that feels heavy and deliberate. The next day, February 12th, the contrast is impossible to ignore. Cardi B launches her Little Miss drama tour. The name alone now sounds prophetic. She floods Instagram with Super Bowl weekend photos, glowing, laughing, standing beside Karrueche Tran, Lala Anthony, and Odell Beckham Jr. Not a single image includes Stefon Diggs. It's as if he was digitally erased from the weekend entirely. 2 different narratives unfolding in real time. But here's the layer that never got the spotlight it deserved, while the romance was playing out publicly. A far more serious storyline was quietly escalating in the background. December 2nd, 2025. An incident reportedly occurs at Stefon Diggs' home in Foxborough, Massachusetts. By December 22nd, formal charges are filed. Felony strangulation and suffocation. Misdemeanor assault and battery. The allegations come from a personal chef who claims unpaid wages led to a confrontation involving a slap and an attempted choking. There are also reported messages from a woman believed to be his girlfriend at the time, messages that allegedly complicate the situation further. Let that sink in. This wasn't gossip. This was a criminal case. Stefon Diggs denies everything, calling the accusations completely unsubstantiated. He maintains his innocence publicly and legally. On February 13th, 2026, 5 days after the Super Bowl, he pleads not guilty, appearing in court with new attorneys. He's released on personal recognizance. A pretrial hearing is scheduled for April 1 SD. The New England Patriots release a supportive statement, but whether or not this legal storm directly fractured the relationship with Cardi B, the timeline refuses to be ignored. The pressure was stacking from every direction: personal, professional, legal. So what actually ended them? This is where fact and theory blur. Some speculate that one of Stefon Diggs' exes may have attended the Super Bowl with their child. Again, unconfirmed, but if true, emotionally explosive. Others point to the layered complexity of multiple co-parenting situations already in motion. Add to that the psychological weight of losing the Super Bowl after waiting 11 years. Add a live felony case. Add a relationship that accelerated at breakneck speed. First confirmed sighting, February 2025. Pregnancy announcement, September 2025. Baby born, November 2025. Breakup, February 2026. 12 months. That's an entire relationship cycle compressed into 1 year, and 9 of those months were public. Intensely public, that kind of speed doesn't build foundations. It builds pressure, and eventually, pressure cracks concrete. By February 15, 2026, the breakup is widely confirmed. No official joint statement. No polished PR language. Just the mutual unfollow, still standing like a digital tombstone. Cardi B is on tour, focusing on her 4 children, projecting strength. Stefon Diggs is preparing for an April 1st pretrial hearing. While a rumored $20 million per year contract hovers in the background, a future hanging in the balance. An unnamed source claims reconciliation hasn't been completely ruled out. But here's the reality: they now share a newborn son. That connection doesn't dissolve with an unfollow button. It doesn't disappear with a cryptic caption. It's permanent, and that's the part that lingers. We saw the yacht photos, the Jumbotron embrace, the pregnancy glow, the baby wrapped in a Patriots blanket. What we didn't see were the off-camera conversations, the legal paperwork stacking up on kitchen counters, the tension of blended families with timelines that don't neatly align, the quiet arguments after the cameras left. Stefon Diggs waited 11 years for a Super Bowl appearance. He reached it and lost. In the same 24-hour window, the relationship that looked like destiny unraveled, and Cardi B, who has openly spoken about craving peace, stability, and protection, found herself once again navigating a situation far more complicated than Instagram could ever show. The truth? We may never know all of it, but what we do know is this: 2 global figures are now co-parenting a newborn under the scrutiny of millions. Every move dissected, every post analyzed, every silence interpreted, and this story, it's not finished, not even close.